down the side. What just happened? Oh, right, so just to recap, the 6 nominees are no longer up for eviction. Instead, the formerly safe housemates have taken their place, except Jack, who used the second of his 3 immunity passes. So we've got that clear? Yeah, we're clear? But that's not all. Because for the first time in Big Brother history, 4 housemates will be evicted on Friday night and replaced by 4 new ones. Oh! Oh, God, you got me, Willie! You got me, Willie! Oh, it's like when you go over a flyover. It is the Big Brother Time Bomb Massacre. And talk about an explosion. Twists don't get much twistier than that one. Oh, go on, Paul. Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, listen, Big Bot might be dispensing the justice in the house, but we are big bots, and we are dispensing the chat, and there is plenty to chat about. So let's get on and meet tonight's panel of chatterboxes. She's been busy shedding more pounds than Pieface on basic rations. Give it up for Lauren Goodyear! My next guest has got no shame, and like Pieface on basic rations, she has been shedding them pounds as well. It's got to be Tina Malone! Look at that! Nothing of her! Get your psych hat on because it's time for the beautiful Dr. Pam Spurr! That top's a bit revealing, Pammy. And finally, he's used to be surrounded by ladies and myself. Give it up for Matt Johnson! Well, listen, Big Brother dropped another time bomb twist tonight. The housemates who think they're safe are now in danger and don't know anything about it. And for the first time in Big Brother history, we're going to do a hashtag. Hashtag 4 out, 4 in! Yeah! Get that hashtag going on! So first and foremost, we've got to do a quick lighting switcheroo. There we go. The housemates up for eviction this week are Chloe. Yeah! Danny. Yeah! Kieran. Yeah! Sarah. Yeah! And Amy and Sally. Yeah! There we go. And Jack is the only one who knows. Yay! And us lot. So Matt, can Jack keep this secret?
No way.
If he doesn't, he's out.
Well, exactly. I think he will because of that reason, but I have to say this is one of the best twists I have ever seen.
This has not happened before.
No, it's incredible. It really is incredible. It's testament to the producers, everybody. This is wonderful. And it needs an injection of pace. It needs 4 extra people going in there. It really needs that difference now. It needs a time bomb to go off in there, which is happening.
We were just talking before we started, weren't we? And we were just saying, like, I think this is a good time for it to happen. We've had a good 3 weeks, don't get me wrong, but I think it does need something.
I was worried about what I was going to talk about tonight, but we got loads.
Here we go.
Perfect.
We just dish it out. Tina, what are you making of it?
I'm gutted, really, because the ones I really wanted to go now are staying, definitely. Some of them. So, it means Jade's staying again.
Jade is staying. Yeah. Jade's staying.
And,
I think that's a good thing, though.
Do you?
I know, but I just love her. I'd love to see her.
Very well.
I know, but I'd love to see her really gutted. Because she's so smug and conceited.
She's crying. You want to see her humble?
I'd love to see. Yeah, but she's crying, going, nobody likes me.
She's the typical example, isn't she?
I don't like anybody.
Not
what
a very nice person.
Everybody doesn't like
Do you know what?
Great housemate, though.
We're going to talk about Jade a little bit later on, but
Sorry.
Pam, that's all right, babe. You don't apologise to me, Tina Malone of Shameless Fame. Don't you dare! The former woman of yourself. Look at her, she's like that. Can we have a look, please? Look at her. Pam, I've got her ask. 4 out. That is going to be a loss to the house. How are they going to deal with that?
Oh, 4 out, 4 in sounds like one of the sex techniques I usually recommend in my book. It's going to be a massacre, and it's going to be tough on the newbies, because last summer, when people arrived, like Jale and that crew, 1 day late, there was a divide.
That divide happened from the beginning.
I was going to say, it's like the special forces. When you think about high intensity, these situations, you bond so strong. Even with the people you don't like in the house right now, say, they have bonded.
Yeah.
And newbies are going to find it so hard to integrate. They just will not get through those bonds.
Do you think they'll let them?
Well, I was going to say, if they have high social value. So if you get someone who arrives who's like really funny or really gorge, like
all right, Matt.
If you can offer something to the house, light-hearted side to your character, someone who's so good-looking they'll want to fawn all over them, then you might stand a chance of integrating. But otherwise, you don't have.
Yeah, but there's safety of 4 of them. It's not one go. 4 of them,
automatically
and 4.
become
There is
close.
more power. I think when there's a group
And
going
plus,
in.
do we know if they've been watching? We don't know yet. They might have been watching this series so far, so they might have an idea. I mean, I can't confirm or deny that. I don't know if they've seen the show or not. But Lauren, you've been in there. You know, you know what it's like to be in the house as well as you, Tina. I mean, you should expect the unexpected from Big Brother, surely.
You're on edge every minute. Like, you're waiting for something to happen, something to go wrong. You're constantly thinking someone's walked through the door. So you never can relax. And you expect things, you think, oh, nothing actually happened. Because you're waiting for something to happen all the time.
This is what I'm saying, Lo, you're quite recent. But Tina, obviously, you were back in days gone by, shall we say.
Yeah.
I mean, would you have expected something like this in your series when you were in there?
No, like Matt's just said, I think this is incredible, and I think it's a great injection of surprise and energy, and it does keep people excited. It's kind of edge of the seat stuff. I mean, I'm loving the idea of 4 new ones going in. Loving that.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't lose the twins, because they're Manx
they're
and
coming
they're
out
from
the
the
shell
north.
as well,
I think
haven't they?
I think they're getting a
giving.
little bit of
Girls.
energy about them, and I want to keep some northerners in there, you know.
Who do we think
Yeah.
out of the ones that are now up? Who do we think's in trouble?
I think.
Go on, Paul. Look at this, dressed like a deck chair. Go on, Paul.
Do you know what I think, Ryan? First of all, it's fantastic timing. After 15 days, it's going to refresh the show.
I think it is.
It's
I
a
do.
brilliant twist. I love the fact that they flipped the ones that are up for nomination as well, because there's certain housemates that are now up that have been coasting along, and they're
not
in real
giving maybe
danger.
as
And
much.
they're in real danger now.
Yeah.
Foregoing.
How would you, I mean, not to influence votes, but I mean, how would you look at that? Are you going to vote to evict the ones that you don't like, or are you going to vote to evict the ones that aren't performing?
I would evict the ones that aren't performing. I mean, for example, she might be a nice girl, but Chloe hasn't given much to the show. I don't agree with the panel with the twins. I don't think they've been that marvellous. I'd like to see Kieran stay.
You'd like to see Kieran
I'd like to
stay?
Kieran. I like wise words tonight.
Who do we want to stay out of these ones then? Go on,
I
Barb.
want Jade to stay because
Jade's staying, Barb.
Yeah.
She's all right, Jade.
Yeah, I think Harriet and...
I'll come back, Barb.
I'd actually keep Harriet and I'd keep Kieran. It's a tough choice. I mean, let's be honest, out of the 6 of them, I mean, yeah, it's like 4 Christmases come at once, getting rid of 4 on Friday. But I'd keep Kieran just for his comment earlier. It's like, we need to get along to go along. That's one of the most interesting things he said so far. And Harriet, I do like Harriet, because she's got some balls. She actually says what she says. There's too many people in there, just as Paul was saying, who've been coasting. And I think that's because some people have watched previous years.
I know, the quieter you are.
Exactly. You know, some other Big Brothers, you know, people have not really stolen the limelight till later in the show, and they think that's the way to go. But this is just going to really just throw that.
I just think that she's right.
Say that
up,
again? You don't think
I
she's
don't know. I think she's up front.
Who, Harriet?
Harriet is just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You know, she's up front. She'll say it how it is. If she speaks to somebody behind their back, like the other week, she went and told them, "Look, I have spoke behind your back, and I'm coming to tell you."
Do you not think maybe Harriet's sometimes getting involved in things she shouldn't?
No, I don't think they know that. I don't think they don't realise
They're not
that.
they're not aware of that yet. Go on,
What I was
Barb.
gonna say
Lovely
about-
earrings, babe.
Sweet. What I was going to say about Jade, it will do her good for others to come in, especially one that is against her, you know,
Against
personality
Jade.
clash.
Okay.
And might bring her down a peg or two and realise
I
that...
can't wait to
Do you
find
know what
out
I
who
mean?
these 4
That's what
are.
I
I
was gonna
really
say.
can't, Pam.
Harriet is such a big stirrer. She's not the down-to-earth person that everybody's been saying. You know, there she is. She's last night's show. She's telling, you know, first she's talking to in the storeroom, Aaron and Jade, and talking about the twins. And
Do they realise we can see them in that storeroom? Because they sit on that floor. So we can see you.
Then she goes outside and she's talking to the twins about Eileen. And then she tells Aaron, don't be toing and froing. Harriet is the most manipulative person in there besides Jade.
Yeah.
And some people think, no, salt of the earth. No.
Matt, who are you excited about potentially leaving out of them?
Oh, it's very difficult to tell, but
Because this is a bit of a flip,
it's
isn't
really
it? Because
right now it's flipped everything.
They're not necessarily the ones that have done enough to maybe even have a big opinion on at the moment.
Yeah,
so...
well, that's the thing. Sarah, maybe, she could
Sarah.
go. Yeah, I'm not sure because of the female vote. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Personally, I couldn't tell. I've only had a few hours to digest the whole flip.
Well, ain't we all?
You know what I mean?
I mean, come on,
Exactly.
I don't know who. I'm not kind of mad on Harriet. I do get what you mean. I think she's a little bit phony. I think she runs with the hare and the hounds, and she's cleverer than we think she is. So I'm on to her.
Good. She's on to her, watch out. Lyle, what are we hoping for new housemates? What do we want? What do we need?
People.
Older
Mature,
people.
Older people. To mix it up a little bit.
Nice one, Lauren.
Let's go, Lauren.
Say it for the 50s.
I think it'd be nice for an older generation to go in there, change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit young. They're a bit.
Do you know what I think?
we need to spice it up a
Personally,
bit.
like coming away from the show, personally, yeah, I would like to see an older person in there, definitely. I would like to see someone, I said it at the beginning of the series, a bit like Bianca. Do you know that just don't care, doesn't care, just tits out by the pole. It could happen. Give him a round of applause. Anyway, that could happen. Coming up, I'm going to be joined by an expert in actual face reading who'll be telling us what's going on behind the eyes and between the ears of our housemates. Plus, Matt Richardson will be here to amuse with his views on the last 7 days in the house. So do not go anywhere. See you in a minute. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. In just a moment, we'll be finding out what some of our housemates' faces say about them. But first, I've got a little surprise for someone in the studio. Matt. Oh, you don't like it?
What have you got for me?
Well, now listen, as you were once voted sexiest man in Wales, we thought we'd find out how your face compares to some of our housemate hotties. So earlier today, we opened a poll, and you lot at home cast your vote as to who is the sexiest. Our very own Matt, Danny, Aaron, or Christian. So who did we think won? Matt. Well, ain't unanimous, Matt. Sorry about that, though. Well, I can now reveal that it was very close, but with 39% of the vote, the sexiest man voted by you lot at home was Matt Johnson! Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say?
I've never felt so objectified in my entire life. But thank you very much to my parents. Because
believe me, a lot of people are thanking your parents. Listen, now, like a wise old scholar once said, allegedly, I don't know, the face is the mirror of the mind. But what's going on in the housemates' heads? Let's just reflect on that for a moment and have a little look at this. Has got the smarts and the features to match. Give it up for face reading expert Priya Shah. Thank you. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
So face reading, it's an ancient art.
That's right. It's been around for centuries. The face reading that I practice is Chua style, and it's come down from the imperial courts of China.
Oh, so it's, I mean, high up.
Yep. And it's been around for a very long time.
I mean, how can face reading tell us a lot about someone? What can you get from a face reading?
Face reading is a means of determining the health, character, personalities, relationship and luck of an individual. So,
luck?
Yeah, luck as well.
Might get lucky here. I think I've seen this before on like sort of crime-based things. Do the police actually use this technique as well?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, God, it's getting a bit highbrow on this show. Listen, we're going to be taking a closer look at the original nominees that were originally up this week. The ones who could be seen, I suppose, as the less popular in the house. So let's start with Joel. What is his face telling you?
So the most prominent feature about his face is his ears. They really protrude out. And what that shows is he doesn't really like listening to others. Oh. So, in fact, today Jack said to him that you really need to start listening to others. So because his ears are a bit protruding, that means he doesn't like listening to people. No, he doesn't.
You'd think it'd be the other way around, wouldn't you? To be fair, what else are we getting from him? Because I know in this sort of House of Commoners task, I think it was Sarah accused him of being a bit, well, going too far, really. I mean, could we be looking at the next Prime Minister?
He's actually got a face for politics, but he's not got the charisma.
He's not got the charisma?
No.
OK, well, let's move on to Aaron. We know he's done a bit of modelling in his time. How would you assess his face?
So Aaron, you can tell by his quite close set eyebrows and eyes that he finds it really a struggle to live with himself.
Oh.
He struggles with himself.
And how are you getting that from the eyes?
It's just the proximity of his eyebrows and his eyes.
But he might have had a dodgy wax.
He might have done, yeah.
You just never know.
It probably would have been worse then.
Yeah, it probably would have been a worse result. What else do you pick up from his face?
His lips, when he talks, they go a bit lopsided. So that means he doesn't really like showing the world his real self.
Okay. A bit like this?
Yeah, and so what happens is then others will find it quite difficult to trust him.
Oh, okay. But even though others will find it difficult to trust him, does that make him untrustworthy?
Not really, no.
No, so he is quite trustworthy, you'd say.
Yeah, he's trustworthy, but others might find it difficult to trust him.
Okay, well let's move on to Christian. What's going on behind the chisel that is him?
Yeah, Christian, he works really quite hard, and his eyebrows actually show that if you see the head of his eyebrows, it's a bit messy, and then his eyebrows are really smooth after that. That shows he finds it really difficult to start things, but when he starts things, then he's really, really good at it, and he's can become very successful.
Well, I mean, one thing that he self-admittedly said, he seems a lot more settled this week. You know, he said he's made a lot more friends in the house, I think. Why do you think that is? Looking at his face, why do you think it takes him a while to settle in?
Again, it's his eyebrows.
Oh, because, God, these eyebrows!
He finds it. He finds it quite hard to start things. So he's probably find it quite hard to integrate with people. Yeah,
integrate. That's the word.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to Nick. He's had a bit of an interesting week. What are we reading about Nick's face? So I personally think Nick's quite a teller with his face.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really intelligent guy. He's very intelligent, and you know, he's had a lot of opportunities in his life, and his ears his ears are quite pinned back. They show that if he wants to, he can actually become quite famous.
Oh.
So, but again, his lips, they're quite lopsided as well.
So that's why people might not necessarily trust him?
Yeah, they might not trust him.
I'm learning, aren't I? I am learning. One thing I've noticed with Nick, he touches his hair a lot. Yeah. And he touches his face a lot as well when he's like speaking in public and that. To me, that's a tell that he's very uncomfortable. But what does that tell you?
Yeah, he's really quite nervous about what he's saying, and he doesn't actually believe himself when he's saying it.
Right, okay, well, he's obviously had a relationship with Jade whilst in the house, and I know that you say that certain people's faces can match certain other people's faces.
Right.
What are these two faces doing together? Is it a right match?
No, they clash. But so there is an initial attraction, but it just can't last too long.
Okay, and is there a reason for that? Why
it's their actual face shapes. So their face shapes don't actually mix well.
And Jade has got more of a sort of strong
hers is, No, it's actually the actual shape of the face. So it's like hers is a bit more square.
Okay,
and
let's talk about
longer.
Jade. What are we getting from Jade's face?
Jade's got a really strong face, so she's got very strong cheekbones. So that means she's quite a confident person, and also you know, her eyes show that she's really, you know, she doesn't really like to hide herself.
Okay, so she's quite on show.
Yeah, she
is. She doesn't worry about maybe trying to cover stuff up.
No, and her mouth, her teeth stick out quite a bit, so that shows that she can't keep things to herself.
God, that's why I can't keep no secrets, isn't it? That's why I don't keep the secrets. In her own words, she says she hasn't connected with the twins or Eileen. Could you have predicted that by looking at her face, the twins and Eileen?
Yeah, they've all got really strong faces, so they're bound to clash.
Well, let's have a quick look at Eileen. What are you getting from her face? I mean, because she says she's had stuff done in the past, you know what I mean? I mean, what are we getting from Eileen's look?
So Eileen is, she's quite a bit older, like you said.
Yeah.
So we have to concentrate on the bottom section of her face.
What, sort of nose down?
Yeah, and when you look at her lips, her top lip is significantly bigger than her bottom lip.
I've been there though, babe. In all fairness, I have. My lip burst open on this morning. It did one morning. I was in a right state. What does that say about her?
It just means that she's quite selfish.
Oh, God. So I can't keep secrets because of me teeth, and I'm selfish because I've had a bit of filler.
No, but your lips aren't like that anymore.
No, they're not. They're a lot better now.
They're really perfect.
Anymore. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, Priya can come back. Priya can come back. Do you know what Jack said about Eileen, actually? He said he's not sure that she's putting on a front. You know, he don't know whether that's the real Eileen we're seeing or whether it's all a bit show. A couple of guests have said that on the show because she's in her own world sometimes. What is her face saying? Is that her or is it a mask?
She's a little bit of a daydreamer, so you can see that with her eyebrows and her eyes. Like her eyebrows are quite high.
Yeah.
So she sort of lives in her own world, but I don't think she's putting on a front. This is actually her.
Well, you think we're seeing the real Eileen?
Yeah.
I've just been told we've got time for one more face. Who is it? Oh, what a stunner! What a stunner! Yes, stunning. Don't know who he is. No idea who he is. But what can you tell us about this fine-looking gentleman?
Well, his eyebrows show that he's really creative.
Yeah, I love that. Cheers, Neelam.
His eyes show that he's very emotional, and also in his a bit later on, maybe 35 to 40, he's going to become really spiritual.
Oh. So what? As in like a sort of. In what way spiritual?
Well, you're going to really get in touch with your spirituality, so with your spiritual side.
Oh, anything else? Will I get anything else? I love this. What about the luck?
Well, you're going to be successul for a very long time.
Oh. There'll be a few people at home that won't be happy about that. I could be the new Brucey, couldn't I? I could be Brucey. Priya, it's been such a pleasure.
Thank you
I've loved
so
all
much.
this. Give it up for Priya, guys.
Thank you so much.
Stay with us because there is a bit of a buzz in the studio. I don't know if you can hear it. You might even call it a big buzz. Matt Richardson will be here to fulfil all your social media needs. But I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. There is an eviction on Friday and 4 of them are going. That house is going to be shocked. Who goes? Here's all the numbers. This week, 4 housemates will be evicted. Amy and Sally, Chloe, Danny, Harriet, Kieran and Sarah all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Amy and Sally, add 03. For Chloe, add 04. For Danny, add 06. For Harriet, add 08. For Kieran, add 12. For Sarah, add 14. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. If you're watching on Catch Up or after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website.
Welcome back to Robots, get Robots.
Yeah, get a big part. Anyway, Matt Richardson will be with us very shortly, but first, just because you are so nicely, it's a little exclusive. Have a look.
I think I might say sorry to the girls.
See, this is building bridges, though. Look, the fact you want to say sorry, well, the fact you would say sorry is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why do you feel like that today?
Because I realise I've been a bit of a bitch.
No, you haven't been a bitch.
I've dealt with it in the wrong way.
No, not even that. You've dealt with it in some ways a bit bad. Everyone deals with things a bit bad. It's okay to do things a little bit wrong. You can't be perfect all the time, you know?
I know, I'll see what happens.
If you woke up Friday, would you wanted to have sorted it with them before that?
No, it's kind of irrelevant either way.
If you stay, then try and build a bridge.
Yeah, okay.
Which I think you will.
Is it too little, too late? Come on, I'm going up here. Go on, babe. Lovely dress. Very summer. Go on.
Thank you. I think she should have done it right at the beginning. Moment, obviously, she had the argument with them, shouldn't she? It's a bit too late. Yeah, I really do think it is too late.
They don't think it's going to happen.
I think it's a bit too fake as well. I think it's really false. I think she's doing it just to try and play it safe, to try and make everyone.
Oh, John, she's shouting her in her lime neon top. Go on.
She is making a big mistake. The twins are never going to go for that. You know, somebody says something about witches. They are witches round the cauldron. They are a nasty piece of work. They're never going to go for that. Never.
They're never going to go for it, according to you. No?
About them, because she was saying behind their backs. She was saying to nominate them, basically, behind their backs. And they heard it in the end.
Yeah.
So who's going to be friendly with somebody if they're going to speak behind their back? They're never going to trust her ever again.
Well, we'll have to watch and see if she acted on it, to be fair. But listen, like a piece of genetically mortified food, he might look sweet on the outside, but he's ready to drop a zinger at any point, I'll tell you that. Rounding up the best of this week's action, so you ain't got to at home. Give it up for the wonderful Matt Richardson.
Thank you very much. Cheers. 4 in, 4 out. It's like a crap nightclub door policy, isn't it, really? It's pretty bad. I've got to say as well, by the way, before I start, R.I.P. to Quiet Jade. Oh, I'm really going to miss her, you know. It's like watching Fight Club, isn't it, watching her in here. 2 different things going on in the same heads. But the thing with Jade is this week she has made up her mind on the house.
I'm struggling because I don't really like anybody in here.
Jade, maybe the problem isn't the house. Maybe the problem is you. Both of you, right? Thanks very much, guys. Things are finally starting to kick off in the house with both of the Jades causing havoc and living in the year 2050 pretty hard to stomach. Online, your tongues were wagging like Eileen's tongue around a paper ice cream. Those are the sort of incredible skills you pick up when you've got vampire porn experience, I suppose. Alan McMinion said, so basically, the future consists of BB talking in a really shit voice. Very true. I think the most important thing to mention is the fact that in 2050, apparently kettles no longer exist.
The house has all been done up in the future. They've took away, like, the kettles.
Well, there we go. The dystopian future where we all have to look forward to. No kettles and eating bugs. Blah, right? Thank God I'm planning to die on Celebrity Big Brother 2025 in a ball of flames during the shopping task.
Yeah, go on.
I get to avoid that totally. Right? I think the mind-reading task was good, wasn't it? Learning what's going on inside the housemates' heads is great. And I've actually got an exclusive clip of all of their thoughts put together. Yeah. Former BB star Victor said, did I miss the part where BB Christian turned into a gangster rapper from Harlem? Why the garbage American accent when he raps? Don't need the caps there. Actually, Victor, Christian is rap through and through. We have this little clip from inside his head.
Yo, what you got? What you got? What you got?
Yeah.
As the week is going on, people are starting to form some strong opinions of the housemates. Former housemate Helen Wood said, might be wrong, but I think BB Jack has got a bad, nasty streak. I think you might be wrong, Helen. Also, Helen Wood calling you nasty. Helen Wood calling you nasty. That is like the Elephant Man telling you you have a mole on your face, right? Chris R. Wright said, hashtag BB Aaron is sick of all the shit stirring, he says, while stirring a massive bowl of shit. You raise a very good point, Chris, and I hope you enjoyed it tonight when you got to watch Aaron shove shit into his mouth, only to instantly watch shit come back out of his mouth again, which he started to stir. And finally, the housemates are still trying to work each other out. And I think Aaron thinks he might be onto something with Joel.
And you think that a person who likes Miss Congeniality
Yeah, but you do like
is
a lot
gay?
of other things as well.
Like what?
Katy Perry. You love your Gaga. You seem to know this little song.
Don't like Gaga.
Yeah, he doesn't like Gaga. Interesting theory, Aaron. However, the gay community are renowned for their cutting-edge grip on popular culture and an amazing taste in art and fashion. Miss Congeniality is shit!
No! No, I'm not having that.
No?
No.
What's wrong with it? Do you like it?
Sandra, we love a bit of Sandra.
Unbelievable, right? It's terrible, right? It's awful. How dare you make such scathing remarks on the taste of my gay brothers and sisters, right? That is not fair. I find the only surefire way to find out if someone is gay is if they tell you they are gay, right? Stop using the Sandra Bullock movie scale to work it out. That hasn't worked for years. Besides, Joel wants to be a politician, so maybe the only thing we should be worried about him fucking is the country. And that is the buzz. Thank you very much.
You're a liability. Liability.
You're just offended about the Sandra Bullock thing.
I am. I love this congeniality. Coming up after the break, I'm going to be finding out why Kieran is hanging to the left, allegedly. But first, Friday night is not all right for 4 of them. So who goes? You decide! Here's all the numbers you need. This week, 4 housemates will be evicted. Amy and Sally, Chloe, Danny, Harriet, Kieran and Sarah all face the public vote. Who goes, you decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Amy and Sally, add 03. For Chloe, add 04. For Danny, add 06. For Harriet, add 08. For Kieran, add 12. For Sarah, add 14. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50 pence. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. If you're watching on catch up or after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Welcome back to Big Brother's bit on the side. Now listen, forget the Queen's speech. Hi Liz. We've got the news that the country want to hear. It's time for today's news. That was the most smooth one I've done yet. It really was, didn't die. It's day 16 in the Big Brother house and the housemates are still partying like it's 2050. And at 11:30 this morning, the housemates had nothing to do but hang around as they took on their final futuristic task to try and gain them extra seconds in the time machine room.
This is Big Bot. For this next experiment, 3 housemates must prove that their physical prowess is on par with housemates of the future.
Kieran, you're going to have to keep this game.
Exactly, guys.
I'll try and
do as long as you
Even
can. Just hang in there. And just think when you get it.
Well done, Harriet.
Well done, you're doing
Don't
really
let yourself
well.
swing. You've got to keep yourselves tense and keep yourself still.
Yeah.
If you start swinging, you're going to fall.
You're doing really well. Yeah.
Look at Nick strolling
I
apart.
can't fucking hold this much longer.
Just keep going. You're doing really well.
Yes, you can. Remember, whatever we do in time now is a bonus.
Yeah.
So don't think this is under pressure, just think this is a bonus. If you do 1 minute, 2 minutes...
I'm actually going to fall in this.
They love and hang about. Love and hang about. At 3:27 this afternoon, 2 housemates entered the time machine room, but guess what? The machine was broken! Did you know? Awful. In order to fix it, they had to find the clock in the room that corresponded to the correct answer to a housemate-related question.
Jade and Amy, who said, the only one I'm a bit weary about is Aaron. To me, he's very sketchy. I can't really work him out.
Me and Sal say sketchy, but I wouldn't have said it.
I don't think that was Chloe.
Do you think Danny would say sketchy?
Right, we go, Danny.
We'll go for Danny.
Right, 12:40.
12:40.
Tock. Tick. Tock.
Have you got it?
Oh, 12:45. Fuck!
It's going to be hidden. They're going to be hidden. Have you found it?
Yes!
Right, put it on. 5.
You answered Danny. That is correct.
Got one right. That's one down. Find out whether housemates are travelling back to 2015 on basic rations or luxury on tomorrow night's show. Now next, everyone stay on kick-off alert, please. Please stay on kick-off alert, because at 12:47 today, Harriet announced she has smoked her last cigarette, guys. Oh dear. And as that shopping task approaches, not everyone agrees that the smokers should be spending the cash on the cigarettes.
No more fags.
You got no more fags?
How many
Sorry,
you comes
bring
the
in?
beef with you lot?
So is that what you
Shopping
smoked
task.
150 a week?
No, I've not smoked more. I've gave them out.
Yeah, but yeah, is that what you have though? 300. So 150 a week have gone. Wow.
Shit.
People, that's when the rows are going to start coming, mate. When me and Sarah want to buy fags, and people don't want to buy fags on the shopping list.
What? Jack can't get pissed off at the fags because he's the same with the food.
No, I'm not allowing it. Oh, come on, guys, like, fucking hell. If worse comes to worse, Sarah, we'll have to half them on the shopping list and have 10 each.
I can't have 10 cigs in a week. I go under.
Be very afraid. And finally, Jack seems to be dealing really, really well with keeping that secret about the twist. He's done it well. fake news. Now listen, we saw in tonight's show that Jade was the centre of a lot of the action. She's dividing the house, and it seems, to be fair, she's divided herself into two. This Jade, that Jade, you get it. Let's have a little look.
Which housemate would you evict right now?
Oh, no. Jade. 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 This isn't my opinion, but Jade.
I just had such a big transformation in here from the first week. The person that I was is who I am, but she can't be here anymore.
Get game player titles and stuff like that on the outside.
I don't care, Nick. I don't care. I am cautious of every fucking person in this house. Every last one of them. Cautious. The thing is, I physically cannot sit down there and pretend that I like anyone down there because I don't. I can't like sit out there and be fake to people's faces and pretend I like them and talk to them and stuff. I can't do it.
What's that? Ooh, nothing there. Oh!
Okay! I find the next one.
Oh, I hate Jade.
I think she's very misunderstood. You should go off with what you feel.
Absolutely.
Not what others feel.
Harry, all I can go off is her coming in the bathroom, blowing up rags at me, calling me devious, saying you're going and telling her things about me. I've made my own mind up on Jade.
There's definitely something about Jade, but what makes her tick? So I think it's time we ask the expert. Pam, what's your take on her behaviour in tonight's episode?
Okay, well, first off, she's so high on the trait of self-entitlement. She should be in the celebrity Big Brother house because she acts like a celebrity who thinks I'm entitled to attention, adoration, and what happens when it all goes wrong, because she hasn't got that attention and adoration from the housemates, is she starts with the defense mechanisms. So we start seeing splitting, and that's where we all have different sides to our personality, and we tend to integrate those. I know your naughty side, Rylan, so you can send me the check afterwards. You don't want me to reveal.
Yeah, please don't.
But everybody has different sides, and the thing is about Jade, what she's done as a defense mechanism is said, that side of me cannot cope. That kind of sweeter side of me cannot cope with the housemates not liking me. So I'm unleashing ferocious Jade on the house. That side can cope.
But what's
And
the
she's
real
talking
Jade? Is
herself
it
through.
the old one or is it the new one?
They're both part of her. They're both part of her. And when you see her talking to herself, that's like the inner parent soothing her inner child.
Well, we've seen her talking to herself quite a lot,
She
haven't
talks
we?
about herself as if she is another character. You know the way an actor, we talk about a character you're playing. It's. I just think she's so deluded, but I have done since she walked in. I think she kind of really seriously needs to see somebody like you when she comes out.
Well, let's ask Pam, what does that actually mean when you start talking to yourself as in like the third person, that split personality?
Well, in the Big Brother house, of course, it can mean attention-seeking behavior. The cameras will be on you the minute you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
We've seen it in past series. But I think with her, it's very much about the inner parent trying to tell her inner child it's okay. She kind of talks herself through her own point of view, and it gives her a sense of justification for what she's saying.
She's spoken quite a lot, I think, about connecting with people. Matt, if you were in there, is she someone that you would connect with?
Well, probably not. Judging by, yeah, exactly. I'd like to think that I wouldn't, but you don't know until you're in there, really. And I'd like to think that in hindsight, that I could try and be there, because if she's having some sort of breakdown or something where she's having some problems, I'd like to think that I would be there for her. But as a viewer, good God, no.
No.
Yeah, but
you know what
you're
I mean?
saying to be there for her if she's having some sort
If she's
of
having
breakdown.
problems, yeah.
But it's clearly not a breakdown. I think it's attention seeking, and it's like you've said, trying to justify her behaviour by going, oh, I feel this, I feel that.
It worked tonight because she got Nick and the boys coming up to the Sky Room.
She's sitting
and
on
sort
a
of
chair
saying,
going, I don't want to go in there because I don't like them. Wake up and smell the coffee, they don't like you.
Look, everyone is talking about Jade. Let's be fair, even if she's not in the room, we saw Joel, everyone's talking about her. Why is she so talkable in the house? Is she really causing that much in there?
She's just fine.
Because I think she's drawing a lot of attention to herself by the way she's acting, so she's causing drama for herself. She's already decided that she likes 3 people, that's it. So she's already cut herself from the rest of the house. And everyone else is like, well, what's wrong with me? So she's caused that tension
Tina,
already.
Why is she doing it?
Well, it's the thing with Nick as well, the posh boy. She went for him because nobody else would have entertained her, and he's a generally nice guy. And she moved in on him. And it's almost as if you get with somebody like her that, the whole, I'm not monogamous, I go with anyone, man, woman or beast, probably. That she kind of was going to go for someone anyone.
You got
anyone that looks like up to her. She
And
wants
it
people
was
that are weaker than her.
attention. It's
She's
all
quite a strong
attention.
person.
Maybe everybody else is a little bit boring as well in comparison.
Yeah, she's a very
no,
interesting
I think
character.
the twins need to come out a bit more, and I think you will see that.
Well,
I
listen,
think you'll see that
do you know
emerge.
what? There's one person who's got plenty to say about Jade, and that's her mum, Caroline, who's on the phone now. Caroline, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi,
hello.
Caroline. How are you? Thanks so much for calling in, Caroline. Caroline, how do you think she's getting on?
Oh, I think she's getting on great, yeah. I think she's brilliant. I love her. At least she's bringing a bit of action to the house.
She's definitely bringing the action to the house,
she
Caroline,
is,
100%.
She's
I mean,
playing the game.
she said, well, thank you. She's playing the game. I mean, she says she's changed since she's come into the house. Have you noticed the difference in her to what she's like, sort of outside?
Yeah. She's coming out of herself more. Like, there's a lot more of Jade there. This is not... You haven't seen Jade yet. You know, there's a lot more there.
But this is the thing, Caroline. I know you said that we haven't seen Jade yet, but I think we've seen two Jades. I think it's quite safe to say we've seen the Jade that sort of is finding it hard to deal with, but then the Jade that's flipping and going, you know, I can take on this, I can be bitchy. You know, who's the real Jade to you?
Well, see, Jade is a very she connects to people and auras. She can't handle auras.
Yeah.
Like, that's the killer for Jade, the aura, and she can't stick it. She has to get out of the room.
Well,
she's always been like that.
One person she's really got a close bond with is Nick. Do you think he's going to be a good friend to her? Because obviously a lot of people are saying Jade's not interested in Nick in the slightest. Some of our panellists have said, you know.
Yeah, no, with Jade is when she gets close to someone, she really gets close. And it's either give all or nothing.
Do you think anything could happen there? I know Jade said no, it can't, but... You don't?
No, not sexually, no.
Well, listen,
no.
Caroline, thanks so much.
Friends.
Thanks so much for calling in, Caroline, and I hope you're still enjoying the show. Take care, give up, Caroline.
Okay, thank you.
Matt, we've seen some of the boys go to her aid in tonight's show. You know, knights in shining armours. I know I've already sort of half asked you this question, but. Would you be one of them, or do you think you'd be sort of the Team Eileen twin side?
Like I said, you don't know until you're in there, as you guys know as well. I would like to go to somebody's aid if they were in distress. But as a TV show, looking at it, I don't think she is. I want to work this out. She's an interesting character. I think I would be gravitated toward how interesting she is. But as a TV program, to be honest, she's not coming across as the best person, to be honest, is she?
What makes her interesting is anybody who feels self-entitled, we always kind of want to look at them. We think, why do you think you're so great that you need the attention?
It's almost fascinating, isn't it?
It is quite fascinating. But I have to disagree with Tina, where Nick equally wanted, I think, to be close to her. You were kind of saying that she, sort of embraced him.
Oh, he was flattered.
I think
generally, no disrespect. He's not the most attractive man in the world. So women aren't going to be throwing themselves at him. Obviously until you find out how big his wallet is.
He's young. Someone's shining.
I think she kind of, it would have been anybody, and I think the other guys wouldn't have kind of gone for her. Christian's too busy looking at himself. Aaron's obviously, gay, and most of the others, Kieran's doing his own thing, and Joe's too busy looking at the Tory manifesto. So, and we've got enough of that.
But this is the fascinating point now of Big Brother, when you start to see different people's layers, and I think that's what's happening with everybody. We're starting to see more layers. And she has got a lot.
She's got a hell of a lot.
Everybody does, but I think the way she's manifesting it, the way she's been honest about it, I think is a little bit obtrusive. We're not used to that, the honesty.
Lauren, is she someone you could get on with, or do you think she's playing a game in there?
It's different when you're in the house, completely different to watching it on telly. But I don't know, I feel a little bit sorry for her because I feel like she's looking for something all the time as well, and she's making herself unhappy. You've got to enjoy it while you're there.
Would you get on with her in there, do you think?
I would try, but...
You'd have a good old go.
That's because you're one of those really nice, young, pretty girls who sees the niceness in everyone. I'm old, jaded.
On that note, give him a round of applause. That's all I've got time for tonight. A massive thank you to all of my guests and our fantastic audience. Thank you. I'll be back here tomorrow at 11 p.m. for the eve of the Big Brother Time Bomb Massacre. I can't wait. We're going to be joined by the housemates, friends and family who will be fighting their corners. Not to mention CBB legend Kelly Maloney, showbiz reporter Ed Cleve, and I skate on Matt Evers will be here.